Today's 4 Deep Sports Talk show is supported by PTU Clinic. Visit ptuclinic.com. Adria's Restaurant and Banquet Facility of East Bridgewater. For more information, their website is adriasrestaurant.net. And the Boston Athletic Academy at bostonathleticacademy.org.
Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to 4 Deep Sports Talk. This is Lucy Cabral, paparazzi in studio with Joe Sorelli on the boards, Sports Master, Justin over here, and Casey has a game today, as well as Dom is on assignment. So he'll be calling in a little bit, but very, very excited to have in studio Vernon Crawford. Vernon Crawford is a level 10 national gymnast. Check this out. I don't think we've ever had a gymnast on this show. So I am super excited to give us a break, in the football, basketball, volleyball, whatever sport, and get into a new sport here. So welcome, Vernon. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, that kind of stuff. Introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Vernon Crawford. I'm a level 10 national gymnast.
And talk right into the mic.
I'm Vernon Crawford. I'm a level 10 national gymnast, and I'm from Attleboro. I originally was from Randolph. And then I moved here when I was 5, I believe. And I kept going to school in Randolph.
How did you become interested in gymnastics? That's crazy. That's a different sport for us. So you're going to have to, give us a little bit more insight into what all that is about.
Oh, yeah. Well, originally, it was my sister. She did cheerleading, and she was a captain on her cheerleading team, and she was in high school at the time. So
in Attleboro?
No, in Randolph.
In Randolph, okay.
So she just, she would, flip me over her knee, and I would do back bends, and then I started doing it on my own. I realized I really liked doing it. So I just started flipping on everything and everywhere. The couch, outside, class, school. There wasn't a place that I didn't flip or do anything. So then I got into football because my dad was a football player. And it was okay. I was good at it. I didn't really like it that much, but I did it anyways. And then
What position were you playing?
I was a tight end.
No kidding.
Nice.
Okay.
I was a tight end. I didn't really like football that much. My heart wasn't in it, so I just quit.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to do gymnastics, and I really like to do that. And I progressed over the years, and here I am.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow. So you came up through Attleboro High School?
Yes.
Okay. And your sister is still cheerleading and everything else?
No, she is.
She took a different path.
She's in New York now, and
Wow.
she's living her dreams, working for a whole bunch of these companies like Sony, Amazon.
Wow.
Wow. Doing what?
Usually like executive or management position.
No
I think
kidding.
she's in a management position now.
Good for her.
That's good for her, yeah.
her. So you kind of basically watched what she was doing in gymnastics and decided, hey, I like this.
I really did like it, so I just pursued it.
And so how did you get into a program? I mean, level 10 is like, I want to go to the Olympics type of thing,
It's definitely different. Well, originally I went to one gym with my other coach, and we parted ways a little bit. And then I moved to MSGA, and
What's MSGA?
MSGA is the gym I go to now, Metro South Gymnastics. So
Okay, and that's in
that's in Canton.
Canton.
Nice.
Okay. And worked out over there and did routines and all that good stuff?
A lot of training, a lot of falls.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about how you get back up, though.
Perfect. Yeah.
And so how do you work out for that?
Well, usually practice starts off with like a warm-up, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, usually tramp or running. Then stretches, then we go to our first event, which is usually an hour long sometimes, depends on the schedule. So we have 3 events each day, and then usually we might play a game at the end.
Oh. And what do these events entail?
So gymnastics is 6 events: pommel, floor, bars, P-bars, Pommel? Did I say Pommel already?
Pummel, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually know what that is.
Yeah. The events are pretty difficult, but I love it.
Hmm. Is there a certain workout that you do for each event, like balance beam and all
Well,
that? If you do those
You just
uneven bars,
you train the skills, and you have to put together routines, of course.
Mhm.
And that's the hard part. Putting together all the routines to fit. You have to have a certain amount of skills in each routine. Your routine can't be too long either, or else. you
No,
get
you're talking about
infections.
like a floor routine.
Floor routine, yeah.
Okay, choreography, music,
I wish.
moves.
No.
No.
Men's
Okay.
gymnastics a little bit more. It's a little bit less creative, but it's definitely worth it. It's very artistic.
Ah, in what way?
Just the skills, the flexibility. Yeah, most tumblers usually just do like really, really hard skills, and they don't really do many, floor skills like press handstands and less artistic skills.
Okay.
But I want to be the most unique I can be, so I want to get like skills that people don't really do anymore, or it's not as common. So, yeah.
Interesting. All right, guys, your turn.
So we kind of already. I mean, I have way more questions, but
Go. This is good because you guys are gonna pick it up.
So we kind of already went over like how long you've been doing gymnastics. So like when I
Sound.
sound,
Put the sound up a little bit more.
so when I would do I did cross country track and field in high school and college, and I did like my own like little like specific routine, like listen to certain type of music, all that stuff. What exactly would be like your pregame or like pre-competition like routine?
Oh yeah, that's a long one. That's a long one. So I wake up, I shower, of course. Then my mom's usually making me a protein smoothie or some type of like energizing like juice.
Mm-hmm.
My mom likes to juice and stuff. And while I'm showering, I like to listen to music. I blast it on my speaker. I usually listen to like upbeat music or like some female artists. And that usually helps me get ready, get in the mood to, be prepared and be pumped for my next competition or meet. Then I get dressed, put on my unitard, shorts, pants. Then I put my cover up, my team jacket. And then I grab my grip bag, my big bag, my army bag, and I get out the door. We drive wherever we're going.
Mhm.
We take a plane.
Mm-hmm. Do you do like any like meditation or anything like that, or just self-reflecting?
Sometimes I'll stretch or like do yoga with my mom before so I can really focus.
Yeah.
I like to meditate sometimes.
Yeah. That's definitely like a different like tactic. What some people do, like some people listen to loud music, some listen to soft music, some eat like certain foods, drink a lot of water. It's all depends on, I guess, like what you're like most comfortable with, or like what you think will be the best. You can get the best performance out of you.
I really try not to overcomplicate things because I know I'm just going to keep thinking about it and I'm just going to spiral.
Oh yeah.
So I just try to keep it simple as possible, like what I usually do on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
And
then, I mean, yeah, like definitely, like I feel like if you overcomplicate things, like you might just be overthinking everything, all that.
Vernon, can you get closer to the mic when you're
Okay.
talking? Awesome. Thank you.
So we're always, I guess, in not just in sports but in life too, like we're always looking to improve and have like short, long-term goals. Are there any specific short, long-term goals short or long that you might have?
scholarship, absolutely. I really want to get recruited to go to a college so I can live out my collegiate dreams.
Mm-hmm.
College has always been like a big thing for me, especially in my family with all my siblings. My brother went to college for football.
How many siblings?
I think I have 8.
Oh,
Holy
wow.
smokes.
Wow.
And
Big
where
family.
are you in the 8?
I'm
What
the
number are you?
youngest. I'm the youngest.
You're the youngest.
You're the youngest?
Yeah.
Yikes.
I'm the last one.
Wow.
I mostly have brothers, though,
Really?
and one sister.
Okay.
You got a lot of support behind your back.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. I know your dad, Vernon Sr., is out there, and he was just talking to Dom a little while ago, so I know Dom's going to be calling in. But a wealth of information and knowledge, and, I'm sure he's so proud of all of you.
You said going to college, definitely getting a scholarship. What about like specifically like athletically within the within gymnastics? Would you say, like any specific goals that you might have
in gymnastics? I really want to compete in an arena. I know it sounds a little corny, but I've always wanted to compete in like a big arena, thousands of people, and I just want to experience it.
That'll be a claim to fame right there.
It definitely would be.
Absolutely. And then,
Joe, how are we doing on time?
We're doing good for time.
Yeah. Okay.
Are there any professional gymnasts or other athletes that you look up to?
Simone Biles is definitely one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Sunisa Lee, she's in college right now.
Yeah.
She's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually just won the award for Woman of the Year.
Oh, wow.
It's a really, really prestigious gymnastics award. Yeah, I think that was recently, actually. I think it was yesterday.
Wow, that's recent.
So, do you try to like...
oh, and Frederick. What's his last name? Yeah. Well, he is also from Region 6.
Mm-hmm.
And he's another black gymnast, and he's on his way up there.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely climbing the ladder.
Do you try to like emulate your performance at all, like after one of them, or do you kind of just try to be your own self?
I really try to. Well, I mean, I take ideas from others, but I try to really make it my own.
Perfect. Being your own type of person.
Yeah.
And then and then the last one I would say is some athletes do like cross training activities, like different from the sport. Like I know when I did running, I would swim or I would do a lot of like core exercises, do a lot of lifting. What about you?
I bike ride.
You bike ride?
Bike riding is absolutely amazing to me. It's freeing.
Mm-hmm.
It gets me out the house because usually I just go to practice, school, or hang out with friends. I never really like go out by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So riding my bike really helps me clear my head.
Perfect. Nice.
That's
nice,
a great
nice.
escape. That's awesome.
It's but bike riding is definitely like a freeing activity. Swimming, all that.
Absolutely, I love swimming.
Any running or no?
Running. I like bike riding or swimming.
All right. All right, we got about 10 seconds.
10 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to go out. Okay, so you are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk. We are so happy to have Vernon Crawford in studio. We're going to take our first break, and we'll be back right after this.
Welcome to Physical Therapy U. I'm Kelly Duggan, Doctor of Physical Therapy and the owner of PTU Clinic. Here at PTU, you're more than a patient and we're more than physical therapy. We offer massage, physical therapy, occupational therapy, personal training, and sport-specific performance training. We treat people and athletes of all ages and all levels of experience. Our beautiful 4,500 square foot facility located at 75 Scotland Boulevard in Bridgewater, Mass. is unlike any clinic you've seen. Our large space, along with our new COVID guidelines, allow us to treat you in the safest way. Your success in meeting your goals is our top priority. Whether you're recovering from a surgery or you're elevating your performance, we are the right clinic for you. Call us at 508-697-2000 or email us at ptuclinic@gmail.com. Check out our website at www.ptuclinic.com.
When you need your business to reach your target audience, let us help you get back into the game.
We do college recruiting CDs covering Little League Baseball and high school sporting events.
Welcome back to 4 Deep Sports Talk. We are live in studio. We are streaming also. If anybody wants to call in, we are at WARA 1320 AM. What's the number? 222-1320?
I believe so, Justin.
Yeah, that sounds
would you say
good.
s- Yeah.
I'm not sure. Well, I know the 1320 is the end.
I think that's good. When Dom calls in, we'll have him verify that, but I'm pretty sure it is. So we'd like to welcome, we're talking with Vernon Crawford, who is a level 10 national gymnast here out of Attleboro. And we're talking about his career and his highlights and what he hopes to aspire to. And quite interesting here at 4D Sports Talk, only because we never really covered gymnastics. You know, we're always into the four main sports, which are football, baseball,
Footballs, the
basketball,
baseball,
whatever.
basketball.
You know? So this is a treat
Yeah.
because I personally do watch gymnastics, you know, the Olympics and, you know, the USA trials and the whole thing. And I do follow it, so I know what kind of events and activities they go through. But having someone live in studio hoping to go to the Olympics is like, it's a treat. It's definitely a treat. So welcome back, Vernon. And I know the guys have lots of questions. Joe was talking a little bit about, you know, what it takes to be a gymnast and, you know, what your past aspirations and workouts and all that kind of stuff. So do you have some more?
We had just finished up with, you know, like cross-training activities, how you bike ride, all those, all the different types of cross-training activities. Do you, no, like I'm guessing you watch the Olympics regularly, like when it's around that time.
Yeah, mostly. For the most part.
Are there any like specific like performances that like really just like amaze you
Specific performances that really amaze me.
from like past, present, anything like that?
I usually only watch women's gymnastics since I do men's gymnastics, so I don't really watch it as much because women's gymnastics is so different to me.
Oh yeah.
And it's so interesting. It's like really different from ours, kind of. But it's so cool how they like Simone Biles. She's amazing. She defies gravity. Yeah, I really aspire to be here. Absolutely.
Nice.
I want my tumbling to look exactly like hers.
Perfect. Perfect.
So she's quite an inspiration. Is there anything that you'd like to do that's very, very similar to what she does?
Probably the Biles. I've always wanted to compete it in like competition. Cause
Okay,
that's, like, her
so
signature
explain
move.
what that is for our listeners out there.
The Biles is a double flipping layout with a half twist, meaning she has to go pretty high up, and then she has to spot the ground before she does the half twist, and so she can land. And that's pretty difficult because it is a blind landing. So I don't know how she does it. Her air awareness is absolutely impeccable.
So I'm thinking that's a lot of trampoline work.
A lot. It's a lot of trampoline work. It has to be. Or it's like all talent or genetics. I don't know. But
Wow.
it's like
Wow.
honestly unhuman.
And and with that, there must be a lot of strength and agility. And so how do you get to that level as far as working out to be that way, aside from jumping up and down in the trampoline and trying to get airborne, you know?
I would say it's like all mental. It's all mental.
Really?
Yeah, you really have to think about when you're gonna open up, what time you should be twisting, how tight your body needs to be at that moment, how like if you need to brace yourself for a landing. It's definitely a lot of mental.
And how do you prepare for that? What is that? Like meditation? Like
Some gymnasts just do it. Like it's just a part of who they are. It's mostly a part of who we are as like a gymnast whole.
I feel like half the time, like when you do different, and not just with gymnastics, with like most sports, mental is like half the battle. Like some people like have that it factor, some people don't. Like some people crack under pressure, some people thrive under it, and it's being mental and like having it to do what's best for your own performance is definitely something that goes, I feel like, with a lot of athletes.
So how do you hype yourself up for that?
Honestly, my teammates do it all for me.
They do.
Just their support is definitely enough.
So talk about your teammates. How how many of them are they, and what is a team in gymnastics?
Well, it's mostly an individual sport because they score us individually.
Right.
Or they take our scores as a whole and combine it and we compete against another team. So this year is the first year where we're actually going to be competing as level 10s all together.
Wow.
And it's my
Wow.
last year. technically.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
I'm a senior.
Make the best of
Nice.
it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Definitely want it to be memorable.
Yeah.
Do you with your teammates do you guys like you guys like obviously pump each other up? Do you guys all do like around like the same events? Are you guys like best at some events or?
I mean, all of us have our own strengths, absolutely, and we all have our weaknesses, but mostly we're all pretty good at all the events. So.
Nice. All right. Those are all the questions that I had. Justin, did you have any?
Yeah,
You
I
wanted
have
to
a few questions.
ask our-
Justin's a
ask
little
our-
loud.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Oh, I
got a
think
call.
that's got to be Dominic.
Okay.
We got our call. So I think we put this
Yep.
right
And
about
then
here.
answer the phone. You got to answer the phone. Click the button, I guess.
He's on. Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah. The thing's up.
Is it that?
No, it's one of those buttons over there.
Which one?
I don't
Is it one
remember.
of these ones?
I haven't.
Hold on, Dom. We're trying to figure out how to answer the phone. Oh, is it that one? The one with.
Yeah, and
Hello? Nope, it's not.
Oh, ringing in.
Ringing in? There you go.
There we go.
Dom, you there?
hello.
Hello? Oh?
I think we're too late.
Oh, no. Maybe he'll call in again.
Yeah.
Little technical difficulty
Little
there.
technical difficulties.
Yeah,
He's calling in. All right.
Is he calling in again?
Yeah.
It's got to be one of those buttons.
Here we go.
There you go.
Hello?
Hey, Dom, we got you. We couldn't
Finally
figure out
figured it
which
out.
button it was to answer the phone here.
Well, I'm a big guy. I probably got stuck in the cable wire, you know?
Love it, love it. Okay, so I'm hearing that it's a little bit too loud everywhere.
that better?
In the background?
Is that better?
That's better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Very good.
All right. Hey, Dom, how are you?
Hey, guys. Hey, I just want to apologize. You know, like I told you guys before, I had that commitment with Brockton High School. And
No problem.
They have a big game against Pinkerton Academy from New Hampshire today.
Oh,
So it should be a good game. But I just want to ask Mr. Crawford, who was his inspiration? If you guys already asked this question, please stop me because you know me. I get like 87
yeah, I did,
more.
but that's okay.
Yeah, he mentioned a little bit about Simone Biles, but yeah.
What about work ethic? Did we ask him about work ethic?
No, I don't-
How his work ethic compares to like football or baseball or any other sport? How does that work ethic work? I'd love to hear it.
Well, my work ethic has definitely evolved over time. I used to just kind of be like, I'm just going to do this and it'll be okay. But now that I've gotten, a little bit older and my skills have gotten a little bit harder, I feel like I really have to focus a lot more. Like I can't just throw a skill. Like I really have to be into it completely. I have to submerge myself in the entire skill, the sport. It takes all of me.
Right, and you're currently, how old are you right now?
I am 17 years old.
So when did you, besides your dad who played pro football, when did you realize that you need to watch your diet? I mean, you can't have Captain Crunch cereal anymore at 1 o'clock in the morning. Stuff like
Wheaties,
that.
maybe?
Yeah, maybe probably Wheaties with this young man. But when did you really get sound and say to yourself, I think it's time for me to really diet and watch my intake?
I think maybe like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was like during quarantine.
Ah,
And we
okay.
were just getting back into the gym, so I really want to take things a little bit more seriously.
Yeah.
Right.
Across the board, everybody did.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Right. Well,
Very
that's because Burger
introspective.
King was closed, too.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You know, the Burger King and McDonald's, you had to eat what mom and dad gave them.
I mean, I definitely still eat, junk food from time to time, and that's definitely okay.
It's all in moderation.
All in
Yeah,
moderation.
there you
Everybody
go.
does sooner
Good
or later.
answer.
That is my mother's motto, all in moderation.
Ah.
Yeah, that's definitely a mother's take on that.
Hey, Dom, did you know that Vernon is the youngest out of 8?
Wow, it sounds like an Italian family.
Right?
8 brothers and sisters.
Right?
Because I'm 4 of 6, so I know exactly where he's coming from. That's a lot of Christmas presents under
Yeah.
the tree.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know?
And he did play football, but, wasn't interested and went right into gymnastics.
Nice,
Very
good for him.
interesting. Very interesting. I think it's
So
really
my-
cool covering a different sport here, by the way.
Yeah,
It is. I mean, I haven't. Well, this program, 4D Sports, I haven't covered. Or I don't know if Lucy could remember. Last time we actually covered gymnastics was, I think I was unfortunately still in Taunton.
Yes, you
and
were.
The Newton North girls were on a roll and ran the table and won the state championship. I forget what year it was, but they were educating us on everything. The bar. Everything. They were saying things. It sounded Greek to me, but I got educated fast.
So we touched base on a couple things. The different events like pummel and I think unevens, floor exercises. There's a lot that goes into that. And fortunately, I do watch the Olympics, and I like to see the different apparatus stuff that they use. I mean, there's rings, there's a whole bunch of things, and it takes a lot of strength and a lot of, so I was asking Vernon, how do you work out for that? And a lot of trampoline, tumbling. He's a master tumbling. A lot of conditioning. We're going into our second break already?
Second break, yeah.
Holy smokes.
All right. I'll let you guys go. I have one more question when we come back.
Okay, we'll
Actually, it's a
stick you on
two-parter.
hold. Okay.
I will. I'll hold on.
All right, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay.
A popular destination, Adria boasts a breathtaking panoramic view of nature in all of its glory in each and every season. Upon visiting their 200-seat restaurant, you will see 3 distinctive areas. The lounge area includes their spacious 26-seat dining bar, high-top tables, and dining tables, all with viewing access to 7 high-definition televisions and 3 Kino monitors. A second area set apart from the lounge offers booths and tables to accommodate every member of the family. The third area, a few steps down and separated from the main restaurant by windows, is known as the Fairway Room. It is surrounded by a wall of windows offering not just a fabulous view, but a feeling of serenity and tranquility. It is a favorite spot for lunch, dinner, and functions. It is perfect for a romantic dinner, a casual family gathering, business meeting, or any large group for that special occasion.
When you need your business to reach your target audience, let us help you get back into the game.
We do college recruiting CDs covering Little League baseball and high school sporting events.
Back to Fort Deep Sports Talk here at the news station at 1320 AM Attleboro. We are here with 8th level gymnastics athlete Vernon Crawford and Dominic. Are you still with us?
I still am.
All right, ask your two-part question.
All right. So my first question, do you help out? Do you give back? Like, do you coach the young kids? Like you mentioned, tumbling. That's a basic thing to learn when you want to be a gymnast. Do you donate your time to help out a local gymnastic club or anything?
I mean, like, if my friends were to ask me to, like, teach them something, of course I'm going to, like, help them teach. I taught my friend how to do a round-off and a handstand, and I also work at the place that I do gymnastics, so I also work with children, girls, boys of young ages, and I also do birthday parties there, too.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And where is this again? Canton. Okay. What's the name of the gym?
Metro South Gymnastics.
What is it?
Metro South Gymnastics
Metro
Academy.
South?
Yeah.
Gymnastics Academy.
Nice.
Cool.
Yep, so no one's been smart enough to hire him part-time yet. I get it. You answered my question. So what's your, out of the 4, I believe there's 4 major events in gymnastics, which one's your favorite?
Floor exercise is my favorite. Or what?
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, because you like to tumble.
absolutely.
Wow.
If I tried to do any of those, I would really hurt myself.
I mean, tumbling is
I'd still
difficult.
be on the floor.
It is difficult. Again, it's a lot of strength and balance, and yeah, I can see it. Do you
right, guys,
choreograph any of that?
I definitely do choreograph routines, like for myself,
Yep.
and I've definitely choreographed routines for others in the past. I've done one routine for a girl, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. It was definitely fun.
Nice.
And they're timed, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah,
they're
that's what I
timed.
thought.
I think
So
there's
you've got to
70
get
seconds.
something like that, and you have to get so many tumbles in there or whatever, right? Wow.
Like when you mentioned before about how your one person's like scored, how exactly do they score you? Just based on like
They score you based off of a number of things. Definitely form breaks. Like if your form or your technique is not good, or it's, it had a break in it, definitely they'll take off like 0.5 deductions, or maybe even a point if you fall and you don't land it. If you don't stick the landing,
So
you
the
don't get
scale
deductions
is
for
like
that.
1 to 10, right?
It depends on how difficult the skills are.
Ah.
It definitely gets a little difficult.
Okay, so each event or each routine has a number of levels, I guess, you have to achieve. Like you have to have so many handstands or tumbles in that particular
Yeah.
routine. Got it.
I think we're allowed to have 8 skills, or I'm only allowed to have 8 skills in
Okay.
my routine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dom, did you have any more questions for us?
No, I'm good. I just want to apologize for the background noise. The band just...
we-
band just went
So,
out.
Dom, where are you on
Yeah.
assignment?
I am at Brockton High School.
Oh, there you go.
Ah, and what's going on over there?
They have the big football game. They are hosting Pinkerton, New Hampshire. I got to say it right before I get on the air.
Okay.
Pinkerton Academy.
Oh, Pinkerton. Yeah, I've heard of them.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
So
Any
then
score?
Next week, no, we don't kick off for another 18 minutes. I just got to finish up my roster and
Oh,
talk to
gotcha.
my partner in crime and get everything squared away. We just did the audio check, video check, but I just want to wish Mr. Crawford all the best, and if he can keep us in the loop of what goes on with him in his career, we'd love to highlight him again. Or
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank
Get him
you.
back in studio. That would be great. This is just
Yeah,
quite
maybe I'll
an
finally can
interesting
make it.
interview. Very interesting.
All right, guys, take care. Have a good weekend.
All right, Dom.
All right,
Thanks
you
for
too.
calling
All right, Dom.
in.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
You got it. Bye-bye.
Bye. Down. Excellent. All right. Questions.
All right, I'm gonna go into my question.
All right, Justin,
All right,
sports
so-
master.
So, how did you first get into performing gymnastics?
Well, my sister really helped me through that, and she would just teach me everything she knew, and I saw her and I went to her practices, and I would go home and try to imitate what she did, and eventually I figured out that feeling of how it felt to tumble, and then I fell in love with it after that.
Nice. Yeah, it's definitely nice to have like siblings or so like inspire, especially because like when I ran, I mean my brother was a football and baseball player, and I nothing with running. But he had like told me when I switched to a new school, hey, you should try running. You might be good at it, and it's things like that. Any influence that you can get from siblings like that.
Yeah, my siblings definitely influenced me, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Are you the only gymnast in your family?
My sister used to be a gymnast. Other than that, yeah.
Yep. Wow.
Nice.
That is cool.
Justin, did you have your second one?
Yeah. My second one is, what would you say is the hardest part of training?
Hardest part of training for me, I would probably say repeating skills over and over again. Because I'll usually get the skill and I'll just remember it. But if I forget it, then I have to keep doing it over and over. And it gets a little tiring and I get frustrated with myself. So I try to just get it first try so I don't have to keep doing it.
So repetitiveness.
Repetitiveness
You
is
know.
definitely the hardest part of gymnastics. It gets a little repetitive sometimes.
Does it like not that I mean you obviously love gymnastics. It doesn't like bore you or anything
Oh,
after a while. You're like, oh, I don't want to keep doing this. No.
I mean, everyone needs a break here and there. Like, no matter how much you love something, you still need like a little break to do other things or escape for a little while. That's what bike riding is for.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's cool.
There you go.
It's great
Or
that you
calling
can
my
do that.
friends
Yep.
Yeah.
To go on that bike ride.
to go on the bike ride.
Cool.
Yeah, nothing says relaxing like riding a bike. So what's your favorite gymnastics stunt to perform?
Right now, I'd say double A's. Double A's are just double back with a layout.
Okay, so what is that?
It's like the biles just without the half turn.
And
Okay,
what is
yeah,
that?
I'm trying to like picture that.
Yeah, me too.
So
I need a good visual here.
It's a straight body double backflip. Pretty
Okay.
much. That's
Double
what it is.
backflip.
Because I think I've seen her Biles stunt before, so I'm trying to like remember which one it was.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that is form and motion.
Yes.
And timing.
Timing is definitely a big part of gymnastics. Or where your body position needs to be when you get to that time.
Yeah.
Because if it's not, then things could go really bad.
Well, you could hurt yourself also.
Absolutely. But, we get back up. You hurt yourself, it's fine.
You have to have you must obviously have to have a strong core too.
Oh,
do you
yes.
guys do like a lot of like core exercises like
Oh, yeah.
planks, all that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Usually we just do that just like on like the regular. Like it's not really like a big thing to us anymore. Like conditioning just seems it's definitely getting harder though. Like we're packing on more weight now. Like with weight vests. I think I'm doing like 100 something with like the weight vest. So yeah.
Do you guys don't do like lifts or stuff like a lot of because obviously you can't do like a ton of lifting. You don't want to be too bulky.
No. You definitely don't want to be too bulky in gymnastics. You definitely want to have all the right muscle groups and have all the right muscles like in the right place. You really want to develop your muscles evenly.
Nice.
And stretching is a big part too.
Oh yeah. Oh for sure.
I was going to say,
And
it
recovery.
must be. Recovery.
Yeah. Recovery is the best part. It's pretty much just sleeping for me.
Do you you don't do ice baths or anything like that?
No, definitely not. I can't do ice baths. My mom and my family does it. They're all hardcore like that. Icing is enough for me.
No thanks for me.
Or cryotherapy. Cryotherapy is good
What's
too.
that?
Cryotherapy is basically like a giant ice bath but with nitrogen. And they put you in a chamber and
really?
Nice.
it flows in. You stay in there a couple minutes. It's pretty good. And compression therapy. I tried that in Arizona for the first time.
I know some people like they do like the thing it's called like Graston, which really it's like this small little blade, and it's a rounded blade, and they put like this cream, and they just like rub it on you. I mean, it
like
rubs
a big squeegee board.
Yeah,
huh?
it rubs out all like the scar tissue that like some people might have. But like I mean, it hurts, but it feels like a lot better.
It's good for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then some people do I forget. It's like the suction cup, like the tubes.
Oh, cupping?
Yeah, cupping.
I love cupping.
Yeah, you guys do that?
I've gone cupping once.
Explain.
It was amazing.
Explain.
Cupping is basically they take these bulbous like glass balls and they put it on the point of like, I don't know, hurt I guess, and it like sucks
on
up
your
the
body.
skin on your body, and it just sucks up all the skin and it like pulls like all of the
Lactic
lactic
acid.
acid.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
And it leaves
Oh, yeah.
like bruises all over the area, but oh well, they disappear after a while.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Does it hurt? Like hurt?
It didn't hurt me. It honestly felt good. I actually kind of fell asleep when I was getting it done.
Hurt so good.
It was
Yes,
amazing.
That's a song. Yes.
It was good.
Wow.
Yeah.
What other types of things?
I like
do you
to roll
do?
out, and I use like the little massage guns.
Okay.
Massage guns are definitely my best friend. We have like 8 of them at practice, and we all just pull them out first thing, and we use it all the time.
I know some people. Actually, my old neighbor, she used to do gymnastics. Her father owns a gym in Norton, O'Leary's Gymnastics.
I actually used to go there.
Oh, really?
I did. That was my first gym.
Oh wow.
And
cool.
she would use a lacrosse ball to like roll out like her foot or like her calves.
Yeah, we use
things
those
like
too.
that.
Well, we used to use tennis balls, but yeah.
And then she said if you really wanted to get extreme, you would use a golf ball
Ooh.
to like really get after.
The
it.
golf balls definitely do hurt, especially when I have foot cramps.
Oh my goodness.
There's definitely a lot of pain involved in gymnastics, but we get used to it, especially like rips on our hands. That's like the worst.
And
I
what
can
is
only
that,
imagine.
like calluses? Like
Calluses that build up too much in the skin, like all the skin on it rips, and then it just leaves like the exposed
Ooh.
raw skin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, who wants to take it out? We're going on our last and final break. Anybody?
I
All
can
right,
try. I can try.
Go for it.
So we will be back. Sportsmaster has his last few questions. You're listening to 4 Deep Sports, WARA 1320. We will be back after these messages. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, this is Manny Del Carmen from the 2007 World Series champion Boston Red Sox.
World champs again.
A sports analyst for Nesson. Along with my best friend Jose Diaz, we grew up in the city of Boston, a city that we truly love. Jose and I have always talked about giving back to the youth within our city. Therefore, we created the Boston Athletic Academy to move our passion to action. Our goal is to develop future student athletes of Boston by providing a safe location to offer educational and athletic needs. We are taking the next steps and looking forward for your support to reach our goal. Please visit the bostonathleticacademy.org for more information. Let's make a difference because success has no boundaries.
Hi, this is Megan Chase of Jack Conway Real Estate. Jack Conway has been providing top quality real estate professionalism since 1956. I take personal pride to ensure that my clients are happy with the services I provide. It is my job to make sure that you are fully involved and fully informed and have all the information to make the right real estate decisions for you and your family. Please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to be a resource for you. I can be reached at 774-240-7707 or via email at mchase@jackconway.com. I'm always happy to assist you with your real estate needs.
When you need your business to reach your target audience, let us help you get back into the game.
We do college recruiting CDs covering Little League Baseball and high school sporting events.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk. We are here with Vernon Crawford of Attleboro, the level 10 was it
National gymnast.
national gymnast. Yeah. We were just finishing up our questions on his interview. Our sports master Justin Frere over here had a few more questions. Justin, take it away.
All right. Now I realize my other question can be answered unless if you answer another one. Have you done the ring stunt?
I have done rings. Rings is definitely a little bit more difficult. It's definitely all strength pretty much and timing.
Yeah.
It's a little difficult because I don't really have much arm. I'm more of like a leg type of person. Like my calves and my thighs, they're a lot more built up than my arms are.
Mm-hmm.
So rings is definitely something I work on a lot.
Wow. Does that involve weights and stuff like? How do you get the strength up there? I mean, most of the gymnasts that I see, especially guys that are on the rings, are like they're huge shoulders and arms and packed, and I'm like, oh my God, how do they get that way?
Yeah, they're usually jacked.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot of strength training. So strength training, usually try to get as much muscle in like here as possible for like iron crosses.
Okay, so near the elbow and
all
right.
Because this is a lot more prone to breaking because the muscle is not as strong as the rest of my muscles.
Okay, I would have thought like your shoulders and your wrists.
Shoulders
would be.
and wrists are definitely a big one too. But we already do a lot of wrist conditioning and stuff. That's like a part of our warm up and stretch.
And what is wrist conditioning? How do you?
We have like this. It's a ball and it like counteracts the force. So if you put it one way,
Oh, okay.
it like counteracts it. So you have to like kind of control it so you can keep it still. And we just do that. Like when we're like in line for rings and we roll out our wrists and our arms because they get pretty sore.
I bet.
I actually just thought of one question myself, but I'll save it for after. Justin, did you have any more?
Yeah. Do you know how long you've held yourself up on the rings for?
45 seconds.
Oh, wow.
45
Wow.
seconds.
That's a long time.
Like holding it up there, like it shouldn't sound like a lot, but it really.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is
Talk about
because
strength.
you're trying to defy the law of physics hanging up
Pretty
there.
much. Gravity is definitely pulling me down.
Did you have another one?
Nope, that's it. I've gone through all my questions.
Excellent.
So,
Good questions there, Justin.
Do you guys like? I know, like in football, like people like they watch a lot of film or be like, "Oh, I need to improve on this way," or like, "Hey, maybe we can try like this method." Do you guys watch any film? Or
Yes, we watch YouTube videos of like other gymnasts and we try to like copy their form because usually they're like the world champion on that event, so their form is obviously amazing.
Do you watch film of yourself at all?
By myself, I mean, not really, because I'm already at practice for like most of my day. I just like to relax when I get home. I don't think I could watch any more gymnastics than I already do.
You need other stuff to watch.
I definitely do.
Stick with a bike riding.
Usually I'll watch like other sports like cheerleading or something else, or dance or ballet. I definitely like those types of sports. They're different.
Definitely different. Sometimes I'll coast through, the TV and the cheerleading championship competitions are going on, and it's like, wow, you've got a group of like 30 people up there doing their routine, and it's like, how do they all get in sync?
If I tried that, I'd really hurt myself.
Right?
That's why I stuck to running. There's not a lot of strenuous physical
running's good
things I have to do.
Running is definitely good.
Cool.
I thought about doing track
and field.
Just don't have enough time for it. Gymnastics is definitely a part of my life.
Would you have tried like distance or like high jump?
Probably high jump.
Yeah.
I feel like that's maybe pole vaulting. Maybe.
Yeah, I feel like those are the
track and
two
field.
events that are most similar to gymnastics.
That was the reason.
Yeah, in that aspect. Yeah, it's definitely like interesting, like learning and like seeing like gymnastics, because like I like growing up like never really, not that I like wouldn't pay attention to it, it's just never like really something I just invested myself in. But it's really interesting to hear a lot about it and see like the different side of sports about usually with sports like people just kicking a ball, throwing a ball, but when it's in a sport that's just focusing on just like your body,
yeah,
it's like and like what the body's capable of is really interesting.
So really, your body is the ball.
Absolutely,
it's a tool.
It is.
So we talked a little bit about traveling. So where do you go in this country to compete, and how do you get ready for something like that?
Connecticut is a big one.
Connecticut. Where in Connecticut?
Usually just everywhere. Just everywhere in Connecticut.
No
I've
kidding.
competed in Connecticut mostly. Like that's usually where most of our meets are. Are pretty much far out, like away from here. And there's not too many gyms in Region 6. So, well, actually there is. We have a lot more gyms, but they're really, really small.
Ah, gotcha.
But in other regions, they're huge, and they have a lot more people because they just take people from other gyms and they just
Plant them
into
in
that
there?
gym. Yeah.
Okay. So where's the farthest you've been?
Arizona.
Arizona.
Nice.
So tell me what's in Arizona.
Desert. Desert is in Arizona.
Did you guys go like straight to
Heat.
Phoenix or Tucson, like any of the large cities?
So where was the meet, or where was the competition?
Where was it exactly? Phoenix?
Was it Phoenix?
It was in Phoenix.
Okay. Okay, and you were competing
I was competing like this sports megaplex type thing.
Okay.
It was like a complex, and it had like a whole bunch of like fields. It was huge.
Really?
I bet.
It was a lot.
A lot of people competing with you?
Yeah.
From
It was
all over the country?
all over the country.
Wow, what an experience.
Definitely was. I met a lot of people, a lot of gymnasts that I had never seen before that I may have seen during like other competitions. It was definitely different and nice to see them again.
Now, if you guys like say you travel to somewhere like Colorado where like the elevation's like high. I know you're in like a you're in an indoor place, but like would elevation like play a role with you guys at all?
That's actually a really good question.
Never really thought about it,
I
something like
mean,
that?
Never thought about
I've
that.
actually seen a football game at Mile High Stadium over
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
and I'll tell you,
The
when
breathing,
you're sitting
yeah.
in certain seats over there, you can feel it, and it's hard to breathe. You know, especially during football season, say.
I'll actually have to think about that next time I go to like a meet that has like high elevation.
Yeah.
Do you guys
yeah.
are you guys specifically just indoor? Are you guys like outdoor at any for anything? All indoors?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be way too dangerous if it was outdoors.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
can
bet
only
it
imagine.
was.
Yeah, imagine just mats on like grass or like concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
Yeah, I think injuries would probably be more so likely to happen outside as opposed to inside.
Because like most of our events are like hard and metal anyways, so we already have to think about that.
Right, right.
Like horizontal bar it's definitely a lot. High bar is just all metal. So we have one singular bar.
You know what I always wondered? Okay, so a lot of gymnasts wrap themselves.
Oh yeah.
So talk about that. And I see the powder all over the place
chalk.
too.
Chalk helps us
What
stick
is
to
that?
the bar.
Okay. So say you're getting ready to compete on the unevens or the parallels.
Well,
What is that? What do you have to do?
Wrist guards on my arms
Wrist guards.
to protect myself because it definitely will hurt if you land too hard or you go too far inwards. That's definitely you have to worry about your shoulders. Usually I'll probably put chalk everywhere. I'll put honey all over the bars.
Honey?
Yeah, we put honey
Really?
on the P bars to make the chalk stick, and it like hardens. It's like this
Oh, I
really
didn't know
rocky and like crumbly like powder, and it helps it
Cool.
stick better.
Do they do that on the unevens as well or on the balance beam?
Well, I don't do beam. Beam is in women's gymnastics.
Okay.
But beam is definitely a good one. But they put chalk on everything.
They do.
Except vault. It depends on what type of vault it is, because you could
Vault.
slip.
Okay, that's when you run and you kind of tumble
Yeah.
over this big thing.
And
yes.
then you flip in the air and you land.
Wow.
Nice.
Chalk is definitely a big part. We use chalk a lot.
I see that a lot. I was just wondering.
Do you and obviously like I'm guessing like staying hydrated, doing like simple breathing exercises, it's key to something like that.
Yeah. Well, breathing exercises not so much, but yeah, definitely. Everything else is definitely a big part of it.
And I'm sure you can like feel a difference. Like, hey, I didn't have like enough to like drink. Like sometimes you may not perform, or
I try not to drink too much,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have to use the bathroom. So I'll just like drink a whole bunch before, so I know I'm not gonna be dehydrated. So, but usually during like this time, I never get dehydrated because like
it's not as hot.
It's not as hot, and I don't really sweat as much because we usually do routines and not like practice. Like during the summer is when it's like repetitive and we're just training skills and training new skills and conditioning. And then winter is like the time where we like just do routines and we just try to perfect and polish everything.
So I'm guessing you prefer the fall, winter versus the summer.
I don't know. I actually kind of like summer better
You
because
do?
that's when I get to like bulk up and then I like cut. So that's definitely like my favorite part of summer.
Bulk up and then cut.
Well, I bulk up. Well, I bulk up during the winter because that's when I like hibernate, I guess you could say.
Okay.
And then during the summer, that's when I like lose most of the weight, and then everything's just like good.
Kind of a reset. Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to people that have helped you on the way. And what are your future plans?
My future plans, college, absolutely. College is
One in
the thing I've
particular?
been- One in particular, Arizona State has been. I've been looking at Arizona State ever since I saw them at Army, which was my first ever Army meet. Army is a really big meet for us that we go to every single year, and that's where I saw them. And I saw them competing against other teams.
Okay. All right.
We're about ready.
We're about ready to
Yeah,
sign
yeah, about
off.
20 seconds,
Man, that went by fast.
Yeah.
Want to thank you for coming in studio with us.
Thank you
We
for
were
having me.
highlighting Vernon Crawford, level 10 gymnast, national gymnast from Attleboro, and we wish you the very, very best. We want to have you back in studio
Love
at a
to be
future
back.
date. Yeah, definitely. So we are signing off. This is 4 Deep Sports Talk you were listening to. You'll catch us next week. So for Dom Damiano, our sports master Justin Ferreira, and on the
Joseph
boards, Joe Celia. I called you something else before.
That's all right.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
We'll see you
Thank
next
you.
time.
Today's 4 Deep Sports Talk show is supported by PTU Clinic. Visit ptuclinic.com. Adria's Restaurant and Banquet Facility of East Bridgewater. For more information, their website is adriasrestaurant.net. And the Boston Athletic Academy at bostonathleticacademy.org.